Fame looks powerful.
Oh, wow!
What if it's actually fragile? What happens when one tweet, one mistake, or one viral moment turns an untouchable icon into public enemy number one? In Hollywood, thrones don't fall slowly. They collapse overnight. Today, we're counting down the stars who once ruled red carpets and award shows, only to be canceled by the internet. Some apologized. Some disappeared. And some may never recover. Buckle up, because this gets messy. For decades, Will Smith was Hollywood's safest bet. He was the rare superstar everyone agreed on. From the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to blockbuster franchises like Men in Black and Bad Boys, Will built a career on charm, humor, and control. Studios trusted him. Audiences loved him. If Hollywood had a no-drama setting, Will Smith was the default. Then came the night that changed everything. At the 2022 Academy Awards, comedian Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head. The room laughed. Will laughed too, until he didn't. Moments later, he walked onto the stage and slapped Chris Rock live on national television. No edits, no delay, just raw, unscripted shock. The audience froze. Social media exploded in real time. Memes were created before Will even sat back down. When he shouted, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth," his image shifted instantly from controlled superstar to volatile headline. Ironically, minutes later, Will won his first Oscar, an achievement now forever linked to that moment. The fallout was swift. Will issued multiple apologies, but the damage was done. The Academy banned him from attending the Oscars for 10 years. Studios quietly paused projects. Fans struggled to reconcile the man they admired with what they had just seen. Will Smith wasn't canceled for an old tweet or a leaked message. He was canceled for losing control on the biggest stage imaginable. Today, he remains a star, but the invincible image is gone. In the age of viral moments, even legends don't get do-overs. Armie Hammer looked like Hollywood's safest investment. Tall, handsome, Ivy League polish, old money background. He fit the leading man mold perfectly. After The Social Network and Call Me By Your Name, it seemed inevitable that Armie was headed straight for A-list superstardom. Big roles, prestige films, red carpets. The future looked carefully curated and extremely bright. Then, in early 2021, the internet detonated. Anonymous screenshots allegedly showing private messages from Armie began circulating on social media. The content was disturbing messages describing violent fantasies, control, and even cannibalism. Not metaphorical, not artistic. Explicit. The internet froze, reread them, and collectively asked the same question. Is this real? Armie initially denied the messages, calling them fake. But the situation escalated when a woman came forward accusing him of sexual assault in 2017, triggering a formal investigation by the LAPD. Suddenly, this wasn't just shocking DMs, it was a legal and reputational crisis. Studios didn't wait for outcomes. They walked away. Projects vanished overnight. Casting offers evaporated. Hollywood cut ties with remarkable speed. Armie's personal life unraveled alongside his career. His marriage collapsed. His reported net worth dropped sharply. A documentary dissected his private life like a true crime series, turning speculation into public spectacle. While some investigations later stalled or were closed, the damage was already done. Armie Hammer wasn't canceled for being rude or controversial. He was canceled for making people deeply uncomfortable. In an industry built on illusion and trust, discomfort is fatal. As of now, Armie remains far from Hollywood, with no clear comeback in sight. His fall wasn't loud. It was total. For years, Johnny Depp wasn't just a movie star. He was a genre of his own. From quirky outsiders to legendary pirates, Depp turned eccentric into iconic. By the 2010s, he was one of the biggest names in Hollywood, earning tens of millions per film and living the kind of rock star fantasy few actors ever reach. He seemed untouchable. Then, in 2018, everything changed with a single article. Depp's ex-wife, Amber Heard, published an op-ed describing herself as a victim of domestic abuse. She never named him, but the internet connected the dots instantly. The reaction was swift and brutal. Studios panicked. Disney dropped him from Pirates of the Caribbean. Projects vanished almost overnight. Johnny Depp went from beloved icon to toxic liability before he even told his side. Depp claimed the accusations were false and said he was the one being abused. Instead of quietly settling, he made a rare move in cancel culture. He fought back publicly. The defamation trial between Depp and Heard in 2022 became global spectacle. Live streams, memes, TikToks, and non-stop commentary turned the courtroom into entertainment. Depp appeared calm, sarcastic, even amused at times, while the world picked sides. Then came the verdict. The jury ruled largely in Depp's favor, stating that Heard had defamed him and cost him millions in lost work. Depp later said, "The jury gave me my life back." The internet erupted. Hollywood hesitated. Winning in court didn't instantly restore his career. Some doors reopened, others stayed firmly shut. Johnny Depp's story isn't about being proven innocent. It's about how accusation alone can destroy a career. He survived legally, but culturally the damage still lingers. In the age of cancel culture, sometimes winning isn't the same as being welcomed back. Kevin Hart built his empire on speed, volume, and fearlessness. From packed stand-up arenas to blockbuster comedies, he became one of the most successful comedians in the world. Short stature, big energy, zero-filter Kevin turned his personality into a brand. His jokes were loud, personal, and unapologetic, and audiences loved him for it. By the late 2010s, Kevin Hart wasn't just famous, he was everywhere. So when he was announced as the host of the 2019 Academy Awards, it felt like a victory lap. Then, the internet did what it always does. It dug into the past. Old tweets resurfaced jokes from years earlier that included homophobic language. At the time they were written, Kevin dismissed them as edgy humor. In 2019, the climate had changed, and tolerance was gone. The backlash was immediate. The Academy asked for an apology. Social media demanded accountability. Kevin stepped down from hosting the Oscars and issued a public apology, saying he had grown and no longer stood by those jokes. But instead of disappearing quietly, Kevin pushed back. In interviews, he criticized cancel culture itself, arguing that society was obsessed with punishing people forever for past mistakes. Unlike many celebrities, Kevin didn't vanish. His career barely slowed. Movies kept releasing, stand-up specials kept selling out. He leaned into the controversy and kept moving forward, refusing to play the role of the disgraced star. Kevin Hart wasn't canceled in the traditional sense. He was challenged, and he chose not to retreat. In the world of cancel culture, surviving without backing down might be the boldest move of all. James Corden was once America's favorite nice guy. With his loud laugh, oversized smile, and endlessly cheerful energy, he felt harmless, even comforting. The Late Late Show turned him into an overnight US star, and Hollywood fully embraced the image. From singing in traffic during carpool karaoke to hosting award shows and landing movie roles, James seemed everywhere and always smiling. But that smile, it turned out, didn't tell the whole story. In 2022, the internet erupted after Keith McNally, the legendary owner of New York's restaurant Balthazar, publicly banned James from his establishment. The accusation wasn't criminal or shocking in a tabloid way. It was worse for his brand. McNally claimed James had been extremely rude to staff. Once the ban was announced, more stories surfaced. Servers described being berated, drinks demanded for free, threats of bad reviews, and one now infamous meltdown over an egg white omelet that wasn't egg white enough. Even a knife reportedly entered the drama. Suddenly, America saw a different version of the man who made celebrities sing in cars. James moved quickly into damage control mode. He apologized publicly, addressed the incident on his own show, and eventually smoothed things over with McNally, who lifted the ban. Officially, the issue was resolved. But the internet doesn't reset that easily. The warm, approachable persona cracked, and once people suspect kindness is performative, the magic is gone. Soon after, James announced he would step down from The Late Late Show in 2023. Publicly, it was framed as a career decision. Unofficially, the timing raised eyebrows. James Corden wasn't canceled for a crime. He was canceled for being mean. And in today's culture, treating people well isn't a bonus, it's the bare minimum. For a long time, James Franco seemed unstoppable. He wasn't just an actor, he was Hollywood's ultimate overachiever. Star of major blockbusters, indie darling, award contender, director, writer, and even a college professor, Franco collected titles the way others collected roles. Films like 127 Hours, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and The Disaster Artist made him feel both credible and cool. Critics praised his ambition, studios trusted him, and his creative partnership with Seth Rogen felt unbreakable. Then, in 2014, everything cracked. Screenshots surfaced showing Franco exchanging inappropriate messages with a 17-year-old girl, including attempts to arrange a hotel meeting. Franco admitted the messages were real and apologized publicly. While the age of consent in New York complicated the legal conversation, the internet wasn't interested in technicalities. To the public, it felt uncomfortable, exploitative, and deeply out of touch. And it didn't stop there. More accusations followed. Former students from Franco's acting classes came forward, claiming manipulation and exploitation under the guise of mentorship. By 2021, Franco faced a lawsuit that ended in a settlement reportedly costing him over $2 million. His once sterling reputation collapsed quietly, but completely. Hollywood didn't make a dramatic statement. It simply stepped back. Roles disappeared. Invitations stopped. Longtime collaborators distanced themselves. Franco later said he entered therapy for sex addiction and worked on himself privately. But in an industry allergic to controversy, rehabilitation doesn't guarantee forgiveness. James Franco didn't just lose popularity. He lost access. His story stands as a cautionary tale of how talent, ego, and poor judgment can collide, especially when the internet is watching and screenshots don't fade. For years, Chrissy Teigen was the internet's favorite celebrity best friend. She was funny, self-aware, outspoken, and seemingly everywhere. From viral tweets and best-selling cookbooks to red carpet moments with her husband John Legend, Chrissy didn't just exist online, she thrived there. Her brand was relatability. Say what everyone else was thinking, say it loudly, and say it with humor. But the internet has a long memory. In 2021, old posts resurfaced that completely shattered that image. Model and television personality Courtney Stodden came forward, accusing Chrissy of relentlessly bullying her a decade earlier. Public tweets telling Courtney to take a dirt nap, and private messages allegedly saying, "I can't wait for you to die," spread quickly. What made the backlash explosive was one detail. Courtney was a minor at the time. The reaction was immediate and unforgiving. Brands panicked. Endorsements disappeared. Projects were quietly canceled. The same online crowd that once celebrated Chrissy now demanded accountability. Chrissy responded with a public apology, calling her past behavior insecure, attention-seeking, and deeply embarrassing. She admitted shame and promised growth. Courtney accepted the apology, but questioned its timing, a reminder of cancel culture's harsh reality. People don't just judge what you say, they judge when you say it. Even sincere apologies are met with skepticism once trust is broken. Since then, Chrissy's career has noticeably slowed. While she has spoken openly about sobriety and personal change, her digital empire never fully recovered. Chrissy Teigen's story is a warning about online power, how the same platform that builds you can destroy you, especially when the receipts resurface years later. Fame isn't permanent, and in the age of the internet, it's never forgiving. These stories prove how quickly admiration can turn into outrage, and how one moment can redefine an entire legacy. Some stars apologized and survived. Some fought back. Others vanished completely. Cancel culture doesn't just punish mistakes, it reshapes careers and public memory forever. Before we rush to judge the next headline, it's worth asking who gets redemption and who doesn't. If this video made you think differently about fame and accountability, like the video, share it with others, and subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's untold stories.